Work today is broken.
Hello everyone with another live stream doing some chess. So here we go. What is your online rating? Like below 1000. Is it from 1000 to 2? Is it plus 1000? Let's see. Okay, and the other one should be best format, online rating. Okay, here we go. Your online rating minus 1000, 1000 to 2000, or 2000 plus. Okay, so here we go with this one, and let's pick another one. It's portrait, and this is not portrait. Yep. Okay. So that's great. So guys, let's do some chess, some analysis, some playing, and we'll start with some blitz, and then we will play some rapid games, like 2 to 3 rapid games, and probably 5 to 10 blitz games. Let's have a nice time. Let's chess. Yeah, we're waiting. Why am I? Yeah, in order to listen to the sound of the moves. Yeah. Okay, so. What is this? C4. What can I do? Okay, go knight f6. Let's go king's Indian. G7, castling, and d6. Will I go e5 or not? It depends on my opponent. Is he going to allow this? Maybe knight e4 is an idea at least, yeah? Just to double up the pawns. Knight takes c3, and then is it bishop takes? Heck, I'm not completely sure to be honest. However, yeah, maybe this idea with b6 bishop b7. Is it something? Wait, I missed queen h6. Yeah, I should have played king here. No problem. Or maybe it's a problem. So let's go f6. Yeah, I have to prevent knight g5. You need always to pay attention to your opponent's resources, but maybe now. Yeah, maybe now he's threatening check here, yeah? So I have to take, unfortunately. Yeah, queen d7 was a very fast move. I should pay much more attention. But maybe he cannot actually take, because I do have c6 ideas. Like, for example, knight f5 now, threatening the queen. And the queen needs to move back, and then... Am I going to win something with... or not? Yeah, because I do have this check. Yeah, maybe I need this check, you know? Maybe I need this check. But now, maybe c6 is better, you know? Yeah. As I would like to take this guy. And then, like, use the diagonal somehow. Yeah, I don't believe I will save my knight anyhow. So I will just... make the exchange. But all in all, his bishop now is very important, and he has some problems with light squares. So that should be good. Now probably ideas like e5, supporting my pawn, and cannot be easily attacked. And now, yeah, this is actually a nice idea. The bishop here followed by c5 is probably something. Like, I could remove it, yeah? I could remove it. Yeah. And then depends where to go, but I do believe my opponent's position is not that safe, you know? Probably ideas like queen to c6 is coming, but still there's rook e4, and this tension here is kind of annoying. So I need to find an idea. But do I have? Yeah, maybe I do. I have queen f5, for example. Yeah, queen f5 looks. Yeah, this looks interesting because if he moved back to protect here on f3, maybe I do have ideas like queen takes h5, you know? How about g5 now? I'm not sure, like I like such a move. Because g4 I will take easily, yeah? Maybe g4, is g4 a move? Take back with check. Yeah, g4 is actually is a very serious move. Because after bishop takes f3, if king f2 or something, there's queen c2 or queen b1 checks. So I do believe I have a good chance to be winning. Maybe rook takes f3 is almost it's a must, you know. But even after queen takes f3, rook takes f3, queen takes f3, then the g3 pawn will be taken, and his position is falling apart. Maybe rook f8 if needed. So yeah, my position is great. Yeah, that showed how important the g2 bishop normally is. Yeah, he has no checks, as you can see, so maybe I can afford such check, and after rook e8 I do have queen c2 ideas, yeah? Oh, but now I missed that. Yeah, now he does have some sort of queen d2, yeah? Yeah, so maybe queen a2 then. Yeah, now rook d8. What am I doing? Oi, oi. Yeah. Yeah, rook d2. I missed rook d2. I thought he will go queen d2, but no problem. No problem. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, move on. Move on. Move on. Yeah, maybe I need to edit the rating ratio, like it's just -50 or something. So if I lose, I won't lose that much of time or that much of rating. Okay, d4, d5, c4, dc, the queen's gambit accepted, followed by e5. Now knight c6 attacking on d4. You go knight f3, but then e4, I do believe, yeah? Yeah, this line I really like. By the way, I've explained some of the ideas of this line on the channel, so you can check that out. Yeah, I do believe I could. What's this? Queen b3. Yeah, this is actually a weird move. I think I could take. Yeah. Yes, my king is not great, but his king is not great either, you know? Yeah, I do believe bishop d6 is a move, maybe rook f8. Normally bishop g4 is something. As you can see, I am protecting here on e4, so I should be fine. Yeah, the idea is like bishop to g4 followed by knight b4, knight d3 checkmate is around the corner, you know? Yeah, and he's stuck with his bishop being on c1 here. So yeah, position should be great. The position should be great, and maybe Yeah, maybe I could take and bishop g4. Or bishop g4 right away, yeah? If he take to b7, then knight takes d5. If you go here, yeah, knight g4, you take, yeah, exactly, bishop g4 is a very good idea. Let's see. Yeah, knight f6, gf6. And guys, if queen b7, I do believe I am going to be winning here. Maybe also I'm winning now with knight b4. Or not yet. Yeah, maybe not yet. Maybe I could go f5, right? Yeah, maybe I could go f5. Yeah, a3 to stop that. So he's threatening now to take. Maybe rook b8 simply, no? Yeah, that should be fine. I should be fine. Because still he's stuck with development, you know? For example, is that a threat? I don't think so. Let's bring the rook to the game. As if he... Oh, it's a threat! What am I doing? What am I doing? It's really bad. I'm blundering in a very bad way. Yeah, I should have moved my knight away. It's very weird. Yeah. I need to focus now. As I'm losing pawns and pieces for free. Which is something should not be done. Yeah. Maybe b5 is an important move. Yeah, you know, still I am in the game. And I will fight back. Yeah, maybe I need this, so if queen takes, there's this idea. Oh, bishop e6, let's go a6. I think maybe something like a queen here to be coming, you know. What is ah? Woo! 0.02 of a second. Yeah, sometimes you need to be lucky. Yeah, sometimes you need to be lucky. Oh, why? What a game! What a game! Like I just lost a knight on c6 for free. Though I kept fighting. Okay. I'm not in my best focusing case, but it's fine, no problem. Let's go. Yeah. At least I won. What a game is that? What a game was that? here. Yeah, then there's this trick, yeah? Tracked you! Tracked you, blue! Capybara. Yeah. Watch out for your knights, bro. Watch out for your knights, bro. That's a good one. Yep. One knight is taken. Is that a move? As if d5 I could take, you know? Okay. No need to play crazy chess. I think some ideas like this to be played. Yeah, but now he's threatening something around. Yeah, how to solve this issue? It's a really bad one. Maybe I should have played king b1 first. Yeah. Yeah, guys, I'm suffering now. Yeah, I am really suffering. It's really bad. Yeah, that's really bad. Focus mode, focus mode. Okay, now I need my knights to be here. So let's get started this way. Pew, pew, pew. That's a very nice idea. Okay, and? I still have the g5 square, so... And maybe... That's super interesting. Yeah, that's super interesting. I'm back. He tried not to allow a knight e5, but I'm kind of insisting here, yeah? Yeah, I mean, such a knight you cannot live with. Yeah, maybe queen f2. Yeah, followed by rook f1 and the pawn to be taken. Yeah, though what's interesting about this position is that there's no trick. Like f3 I could take if rook e1 check, I'm not forced to take. Like I could simply play yeah, because the rook is protected, you know. I could simply play king to a1, and if he takes I'll take back with the queen and I should be doing great, you know. Yeah, that's a good practical game, but he could take here, but then there's this check, so I don't think he could do so. And now yeah, I will sacrifice the bishop for the h pawn, and we'll pick the rest with the king, you know. Yeah. Yeah, bro, you could resign now. Bro, you could resign now. Yeah. And then let's have this passer here. Yeah, that's a very good game. That's a very good game. Though I'm still warming up. That's a very good game. Very good game. Yeah, okay. Good. Let's go. Though h4 was a really bad idea. I thought like h4 I'm going to be attacking, but at the end of the day, I'm the one who lost material with this bishop h6. What made me angry is that I thought about h5 bishop h6. So I should have played king b1 instead of h4. No problem. Okay. Good game. Thanks everybody. e4. Let's go. e4, e5, knight f3, knight c3, and a3. Which is a line I like as it's a practical one. Take, and then should d3. Yeah, probably f4 to be coming. He needs to take. Question, can he... knight e4? Yeah, maybe knight e4 was an idea, to be honest. To be honest, it might be an idea. Okay, let's sacrifice some material. Though I'm not thrilled to do so. Yeah, do I have f5 now? Or is it too much? Ay. Yeah, that's actually super weird. As every single game I'm doing a blunder. Really weird. No problem. No problem at all. Okay, cd5. Just to keep things under control. It's a good idea by my opponent. Should be 3 first. Though I feel that I'm not losing this game, you know? Yeah, probably c3 is a good way to defend the pawn. No need. Yeah, we need our pieces to be free, mainly my rook, not to play king here. Oh, maybe king d2. So any sorts of sacrifices will be prevented by king d2. Yeah, to be honest, my position is not that bad. Yeah, with this bishop actually it's kind of controlling everything in this position. So I do believe I could go f5, maybe e6 later on, h4, h5. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Maybe rook f1. Let's see. The ideas like bishop b5 is always there. Yeah, this is a bit risky, bro. This is a bit risky, bro, as this check followed by e6 is really dangerous, as this check is killing, you know? Yeah. Yeah, this is actually a weird sequence of how the games are going, you know? I'm losing a piece in the opening or something, blundering somehow, and then start playing a very, very good chess. Doesn't make sense, you know? It doesn't make sense to play in such level. Yeah, there is this check, but I'm not sure if it has a great value. Yeah, now h4, h5, h6, h7, and I will win the game, right? Yeah, I will just keep pushing. You know, not interested in giving you any, you know? Yep. Yeah, maybe is that check is useful or not? I'm not sure. Let's do this simply, no? Yeah, then bishop d3. I do believe my pawn is or was much better than your pawn. No problem. Should be 3. Okay, no problem. Just keep waiting. Keep waiting. Yeah, maybe I'll protect the pawn with the king now. And the question is his rook stuck? Yeah, there is a good chance that his rook is stuck. Yeah, bro, your rook is stuck. You have a stuck rook, which is interesting. Yeah, check again. Should have 5 check. Yeah, but now this is a checkmate. Yeah, please wait. Watch out, watch out. No, no, no. It's just bishop d3, huh? Ooh. Yeah, at least I drew the game. There's something wrong with me, guys. There's something wrong with me. But no problem. No problem. It's fine. It's fine. Winning, losing, winning, losing, losing, winning. Oh, yeah. Okay, my opponent is streaming as well. So that's a double stream. Double stream game. I'm streaming and he's streaming. Let's go. Yeah, g6. c3. I do believe it's d5. Take, take, and cd4. g7. d8. I like this idea now. Not sure it's a good one. Yeah, knight f5 attacking on d4. Then knight d7. Some attacks against the bishop. Let's go. Bishop d7 maybe. Yeah, this is a good square for the pieces. Okay, move away. Move on. Maybe knight c4. Yeah, I'm not really happy with this exchange, but it's fine, no problem. Yeah, this should be an idea. Maybe knight b2 is a threat, but there is rook c1, so maybe that's not a great move. Yeah, I should have played b5 now. Knight d6, what can I do? Maybe d6 is a must. But I'm not sure about this. Yeah, do I have this now? Do I have knight b2? No, there's a check from here. Yeah, that's a bad news. Maybe knight e5. Wait. Knight e5 is a very nice one. Knight e5. Yeah, or rook takes rook first and then knight e5. Knight takes d2. Yeah, I think a5, a4 is coming. Let me focus. Let me focus. Yeah, take is a bad idea. Yeah, that's really bad because of h6, you know. So maybe I need it. Yeah, that's a really bad position. Or queen f1. Wow. Is that a move? No. No, it's not a move. Yeah, it's a bad move actually. It's not a move. It's a bad move. Yeah. Yeah. He played a very good idea because I mean tactically I was losing. Okay, no problem. Let's have our revenge. Let's have our revenge. Yep. Okay, d6 knight c3. And then we're adding more pressure, yeah? Yeah, c3. Thanks for that subscription, guys. Yeah, that's good. To exchange every single piece. It's actually welcomed. Maybe king f1. Do I have king f1? So now knight d4. Yeah, this is a super typical position where I would go c4 and probably win a pawn, yeah? c4, take, and then bishop takes b7. King f8, and my knight is, wow. Guys, my king is, wow, he figured that out and he didn't take. So c takes d6, or c takes d5, sorry. Do I have d6 now? Yeah, looks interesting. Maybe king here. Improving the king. Though I'm not really sure about that. Yeah, I'm just improving the king. It's a weird move. Maybe not that weird. Am I winning, guys, with this? I hope, yeah. No, not winning. He defended very well. Yeah, he defended very well. Because his king was actually strong, yeah? If his king was not that strong, I think I will be... or I'll be winning, yeah? Okay, this idea when he played g5 and my king got stuck was not great. But it's fine, no problem. Yeah, I'll try not to build my game on calculations, you know. Yeah, that's a good move. Do I have e5 now? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't want to make his life easy. Rook d7, knight f4 check. So I should be fine. Yeah, I really wanted this to work. I hope it works. I hope it works. Maybe f4 is coming. Yeah, maybe it's coming. So I'm not 100% sure about that. Yeah, maybe g4 was an idea. Yeah, maybe king 7 needed to be played. Knight b6. What is this? Maybe rook d8. Wow, do I have that tactical idea like rook takes f3? Is that an idea? Yeah, maybe. Maybe because after bishop g4 I'll take his rook. But maybe we still needed to talk, you know? Because my bishop is super passive. A5 take. Yeah, but his pawn will be already on A7. Yeah, I'm losing. I'm losing by one move. That's pretty bad. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Wow. Bro, why didn't you push the pawn, bro? Yeah. See, he's playing super strong chess, but I'm sure like I got a chance. I'm sure I got a chance here and there. Okay, no problem. But then his knights on the rim are deadly. Okay. I'll play another game. Let's move on. Let's move on. Couple of wins, couple of losses. Knight f3, knight c6. What move is this? Yeah, maybe this is a mouse step. Yeah, I'm waiting b5 to give this check. My opponent is not cooperative here. Yeah, then Yeah, seems that he doesn't want to exchange things, you know. Is that going to be winning or not? Ah, that's a really bad idea. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 ay. Okay. Last blitz game and then we will move on. Son. Yep. What's the best way to build my own chess repertoire, at least for the opening? Yeah, you need to have something with white. That's very important. And then with black versus e4, you need to have something versus d4 as well, and versus c4, knight f3, and then you kind of widen this repertoire, you know. What's this knight d4? Yeah, that's really interesting move. Knight d4. Yeah, seems to be losing out of the opening. Yeah, because if queen e4 there will be rook e8. So that's why I needed to play d3. Okay, now maybe we should be 3 and maybe by a miracle I'm alive. But only by a miracle. Yeah, but he will take here. Yeah, that's really sad. Really sad. I'm blundering here and there. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I'm sure like in one game or two I'll be doing great chess. But till that moment, everything might happen. Bishop c4. Let's try this a4. Castling, castling. c6, h3. Is that good enough? Or not good enough? Yeah, bishop d3, take, f5, bishop d3, e4. Check, you go away. Not sure about it. If this pawn survived, I have good chances. If not, I won't have good chances. Yeah, bishop f5 is a good move. Yeah, if king e6 I have this check, maybe followed by rook e7. That will be a good idea. Maybe I should have started the g4. g4 was much better. Yeah, but I feel like I do have an extra pawn, which is the d6 pawn here, as these four are stopped with these three. So yeah, I should be doing fine in this game. Yeah, but did you just sack a pawn here? Yeah, probably bishop e3 first. Yeah, I stopped at 4 early on, so. Should have paid more attention to that. Yeah, good. My opponent is burning time, which is super good. Yeah, I'm sorry, bro, but there should be a way to win. Yeah, I should. There should be a way to win some chess games. It's that's funny. Okay, 4c5. Attacking the pawn. Thanks for the subscription. Okay, d6, threatening knight g4. Then bishop d7, knight d4, bishop c6. Okay, to d8, I do believe. Yeah, roll e5. d5 should be a move, though I'm not really sure about. Maybe I messed up. Yeah, I messed up. When he played rook ad1, I should have thought for a bit. Okay, however, no problem. Find a way out. Yeah, knight d5, knight d5, bishop d5, bishop d5, rook d5. That's a bad move. Knight d5, knight d5, bishop d5, bishop d5. Yeah, that doesn't work. Yeah, I mean, you messed up in the opening, you played a move fast, and you lose the game. Wow. No chance to fight. Yeah, maybe I'm not in my best mood actually, or my best focusing mood. So I shouldn't play blitz. Yeah, maybe take and then bishop d4 and lose my knight. Yeah, that's super bad. Yeah, also, ooh, dc6. Wow, what a move, dc6, the mating one. Wow, that's a brilliant idea. Yeah, you missed a brilliant idea. Yeah, now I'm losing this. Okay, let's get back to 2700 before we leave to the rabbit section. And I do believe I can easily reach there. Okay, to keep things closed, and yeah, maybe bishop g4. Yeah, bishop c2, I do have bishop f5, you know? Yeah, if he took here, then I will take with check, so no problem. Yeah, luckily, no, luckily I do have this move. Yeah. Yeah, this is normal check, so nothing to be afraid of. Yeah, that should be a move. So this is protected, and maybe queen d5 is a threat. Yeah, and if rook d4, I could take back. So check first, followed by d3. Yeah, rook c3 was an idea. Yeah, it's threatening mate in 1, as you can see. Or maybe, yeah, maybe then f6, right? Yeah. As simple as. Yeah, just closing the diagonal, and things are great. No counterplay, nothing. Actually, there is a counterplay. No problem. I cannot take because of the mate here. So my opponent is trying, yeah? He's trying. Yeah, now I'm protecting the knight, threatening queen takes c4 with check. Maybe rook takes c4 followed by rook c2. Probably is a better idea, much better idea. No checks, nothing, yeah? Yeah. c5 check first. Need to check again. So rook e8, threatening rook e2. Is rook e2 a threat? Yeah, I do believe. And now you should resign, bro. Yep. Good game. Last one. Okay, the knight is hanging. Which knight? Yeah, when I gave that check, yes, it was hanging. But now, luckily, I noticed that, you know, e6 again. Same story. Yeah, take first, followed by d5, right? Yeah. Let's play active chess. Active chess. Attacking here. Yeah, I'm just having a better structure, yeah? That's all I have. Though that's not really convincing, but what can I do? Hoping to do something very soon. Yeah, but now you're losing a pawn, bro. Check and take, yeah? Okay, that's good. Oh, king g7. I miss king g7. Yeah, king g7 was super strong. Yeah, I do believe it was a force mate. Yeah, it should be a force mate. Though I'm still not giving up on mating ideas. Yeah, I'll escape now. This is the art of flagging, you know? Ha ha ha! Oh, sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. I got to do something for the content, you know. Sorry, bro. I'm sure that you're now saying bad things for me. I'm sure. But this is part of the game. Nothing personal, guys. Guys, nothing personal. Please don't message me. Do not message me. As I understand, and it's part of the process. No worries. One day you will flag someone, you know? One day you will flag someone and you will understand. You will grow up and you will understand, you know? Whenever you're bleeding, rating points and you want to win, sometimes this is the only way. Sorry, guys. I had to do it, you know? Ay. Yeah, okay, no problem. At least we got our 2700 back, and we got a brilliant move in the way. Yeah, I do believe I was completely winning before taking the pawn. Like, wait, here I do believe, yeah. Let me forget about this. This is crazy stuff. Like here, no, not. I thought this is winning, but no, there's a 4, yeah? Yeah, there's a 4, so I should take the pawn, and now I tried for some checkmating ideas, and see, like this is actually, I hope you at least learn this from me, like how to flag, you know, yeah? So how to flag, and then just repeat moves, and then move a pawn, you know, see? And then I just move a pawn after too many moves. Just move a pawn and start another 50 moves, you know? I mean, why am I repeating this? This is, I mean, nothing you can learn after repeating this. Okay, one single rapid game that will be the last thing we will do in this live event, and we'll see how it goes afterwards. How to flag tutorial. Yeah. Okay. Super good. Searching. Yeah, the problem with rabbit chess is that we don't have that much of players, so maybe we need to make it minus 200 or something. Yeah. Okay. Grigashvili or something. Like Shvili normally is from Georgia, yeah. However, he put the USA flag, so it's fine. Take back, and improve the queen and play something really queen d3. Play something really practical, you know, knight c3, improving the knight. And depends on the structure. If e6, then bishop f4, and if g6, then knight f3, and with the idea of knight d5 later on. So yeah, bishop f4, and we'll see how to move afterwards. Okay. Where do you see yourself after 5 years? I see myself after 5 years in the mirror, as I see myself today. This is the only way for someone to see himself. Ha. Okay, I do believe that works. I mean, wait a second. Bro, wait a second. This is rabbit chess. It's not blitz chess. Now, question. Am I threatening knight b5? I think I do. I think I am threatening knight b5, yeah? So he needs to pay huge attention. Not in the selfie camera. Yeah, that's creative answer. Yeah. Okay. Muhammad Sulaiman, you're welcome. Okay, knight b5 is coming, threatening some sort of bishop c7 or knight c7 check. Bishop b4. Question now, do I have knight b5 or don't I have knight b5? Yeah, but now it's probably a different story, because after knight b5, queen a2, he's threatening mate in 1. So maybe I should go knight g2. Maybe. Yeah. Let's go. Let's play some practical chess. somewhat practical chess. Yeah, d5. I'm afraid that's a bad move. Like now, e d5, knight d5, f queen takes a2. I do feel there is something after knight c7 check. Yeah, at least there's this check, you know. Yeah, that's not the end of the day, not the end of the world, because after take, I do have knight c3, knight b1. So yeah, that's actually a weird move by my opponent, you know. Yeah. Okay. And if knight takes d5, then queen takes d5, I'll be protecting, so that should work. That should work. Not sure. Knight takes d5, da, 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 da. Knight d5, da, 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 da. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I just won a pawn for free, I do believe. Queen takes d5, and guys, a2 is protected now. And I'm threatening to exchange queens. I have no problem. Maybe I just lack development, but yeah, I just need one move or two, and still my opponent as well, his development is not that great, so yeah, I should be doing fine. Yeah, take. Now bishop b6 most likely. Yeah, now what? As if I went back, maybe bishop takes a2, maybe. Yeah, if rook b5. Yeah, I don't believe there's a way to catch my rook, so yeah, let's see. Let's give that a try. As now, if you take my pawn, I'll take yours. If you do nothing, I am happy with the pawn that I have. Like if you castle, for example, a3, will protect my pawn and then will improve my knight somehow, like knight c3 maybe. Yeah. Okay. His pawn is protected now. Yeah, is he threatening a6? Yeah, I don't think so, because actually if a6, then simply rook takes b4, yeah? 2 pieces for a rook. He doesn't have bishop d2 check. As it's covered, no rook d1, nothing, yeah? Yeah, should be fine. a3, attacking and protecting the pawns, as I am a pawn grabber. This is one of the ways that I am introducing myself. Pawn grabber. Like in the EWC. Magnus Carlsen, I am the pawn grabber. Okay. I am ahead on the clock. I do believe I am ahead in material. So life is nice so far, you know. Life is treating me well so far. Yeah, but again the same question. Is a6 a threat? Is a6 a threat? Like rook b6, bishop c5. Okay guys, knight c3. I'm calculating a6, rook b6, bishop c5. Rook takes c6, b takes c6, bishop takes a6 check. And then king d7. And it's not clear how to continue the game. Maybe I'll continue attacking knight e4, attacking the bishop, as bishop d6 is nothing, and bishop e7. I feel there's something, but I don't see it. Because my rook is kind of stuck here, you know? Yeah, rook c6, rook c6, bc6, bishop a6, rook here. I mean, knight e4, bishop e7, check, you go away. Yeah, this is a bit weird. Yeah, I do have rook h5, but this is not something that I don't want to do. Maybe g6. Wow. Guys, my rook is stuck here on b5. a6 is a serious, dangerous threat. Is it bishop e3? So after a6, rook b6. But then maybe rook d7. Knight f4. Bishop d8. Rook c6, bc6. Yeah, maybe I need to do that, right? Yeah. Bishop g5 is useless because probably there's some f6 ideas. So I can't do that. And again, rook h5, there is this idea of g6. Yeah. Yeah, but maybe I'm fine now. Maybe I'm fine now because if a6, rook b6, my rook here cannot be attacked with the bishop, and this is actually one of the points of bishop e3. And if rook d7 to attack this way, probably knight f4, bishop d8. Like, I'll calculate knight takes f4, but at least rook takes c6, b takes c6, bishop takes a6. Yeah. I'm already a pawn up, and when I sacrifice an exchange and win a pawn, that will be materially equal. But then I'll have the bishop pair as well. Better pawn structure. Yeah, that will be good. That will be good for me. I'll buy that, no problem. I will buy that, no problem. But let's see how it works. And what's interesting about knight f4 is the fact that I'm threatening the bishop, so I'm kind of searching for the b3 square for my rook, so my rook can get back. Yeah, I think I'm playing a very good game now. Yeah, I think I'm playing a very good game. And finding such idea of bishop e3, if it's the best move or a right move, that will be very nice for me. That will be very nice for me. That means I'm good with some time, but in blitz sometimes I'm very good, sometimes I'm really bad. Okay, let's see how it goes. Yeah, so there's this. Yeah, again, I won't change my my mind. By the way, guys, bishop g4, there's a mate threat. Or maybe rook here. Also, there is a mate threat, so I need to pay some attention. And I do believe bishop e2 will solve the both of the problems. Though nothing is forced, yeah? Okay. Now, as I told you previously, and I will win a pawn, and I will win the bishop, which is actually a very important bishop to have, yeah? Okay. Though still, the position is not that easy, for sure. And let's attack. Yeah, and there's a good chance to flag him as well, so that's part of the story. Very important part of the story. Yeah, I'm kind of provoking him to push the pawn, so he's not willing to do so. No problem. Yeah, about bishop e4. That's actually a very nice placement for the bishop. In the meantime, I am attacking here as well. So I'm provoking some weaknesses here. Yeah, he gave up that pawn, and I'm not sure that's a good idea, because after rook here, probably bishop f5. So yeah, I told you guys, I am a pawn grabber. So why do you give me pawns for free? I will grab them for sure. Yeah, bishop takes h7, and if rook h8 to attack the bishop, and h2 pawn, probably bishop f5, and I'm doing fine. So 3 pawn and the bishop is much better than a rook, especially when it combines with the other bishop. Yeah, maybe e4 is an idea, so I won't allow it. Bishop e4, block the e4 pawn. That means this bishop is terribly bad. And I'm sure a blunder is coming now. I'm sure a blunder is coming. Yeah, nothing is threatened, so let's go g3, h4. Improving the position. Slowly. Why can't I grab that pawn? Yeah, I'm really not sure. I have no answer to that question. Yeah, maybe one more push is good. As I'm not really sure what does my opponent doing here. Yeah, b3. c5. Shall I change minds now? Yeah. Yeah, but there's this check, bro. There's this check, bro. And my point is just to grab the pawn with check. Yeah, most likely I won't accept the exchange. As I'm really happy with my bishops. Yeah, one more check. Not sure why, but one more check. Yeah, c4 actually is a very important move to be stopped, but let's just try our checks here. No, I got nothing out of the checks. So let's go back. Yeah, see, this is how to improve the advantage. Do not rush. This is the first rule by the great almighty Capablanca. In the end game, while you're winning, do not rush. Yeah, let's just ask some questions. Another question. One more. One more. Check. Let's go back. Yeah. Yeah, but to be honest, I forgot about the pawn. Yeah, let's just... I wanted to take here, guys. Yeah, but see, I am like kind of having a surprise for him. Because bishop... Yeah, see, this is a surprise. Yeah, that's a really nice surprise. Yeah, but now I can't take this guy, no? Yeah, as there's no check here. Wow. That's a very good defense, very good game, I do believe. Maybe all in all, no, but like practically it was a practical game. To be honest, it was a practical game. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I'm curious to know now what happened in this game. Yeah, my accuracy is 87, which is fine. Yeah, again, like queen a5 was not great. Also bishop to b4. Yeah, d5 was actually a strange move. But here rook b5 actually was not accurate. Though rook d3 was the best. Yeah. But question, what if bishop takes? Wow, b3. And king d2 and I'm doing fine. That's good. That's nice. Okay, so I castled. Then a3. Yeah, bishop e3 was good but not the best. Computer says knight c3 and if a6, rook b6, if bishop c5. Yeah, now we go knight a4. Wow. What an idea. If you take, checkmate, you know? And if bishop f2, then bishop a6. Wow. Wow. If I found this, I will be proud of myself. No, I played bishop e3, but I found a very nice idea as well. So my line is winning, as you can see. And after that, I did not let the advantage slip. No, yeah, bishop e4 was correct, and another check. Yeah, I missed bishop c7, which is not nice, but no problem. Still +4, +4, +4, +4, +4, +4, +5, and yeah, I missed mate in 2. That's why actually my accuracy was not great. Yeah, this is mate in 2, guys. Yeah, this is mate in 2. Okay, no problem. So f takes g3. Okay, last game of the day. Last man standing. Yeah, you're welcome. My opponent is from French Polynesia. Okay. Let's go for the accelerated dragon again. By the way, guys, if you are interested, I have already created a video talking about the accelerated dragon here. So you could check that out. And yeah, the Maroczy bind, I do like this idea of b6, bishop b7, which you're going to be see very soon. b6, bishop b7. Yep. As who's playing the Maroczy bind normally likes a very solid structure, a structure where nothing is going on. But actually my approach to that is to play b6, bishop b7, e6 strike in the center very fast, where my opponent will be kind of wait, this is not the reason why I played the Maroczy bind, right? So that's good. That's good. Okay, here we go. This is normally a bad move in the whole Sicilians, as the d5 square actually is a very important square, and this is the reason why you go c4 and e4 to control the d5 square. But now I am the one who's controlling, or at least sharing the control of that file. Okay. I do believe this is a move. So let's go. as I'm fighting for the bishop pair, and in the meantime, guys, I'm maybe seriously threatening bishop takes c3 to destroy the pawn structure. Let's go and let's see. Okay, bishop f4, my opponent allowed bishop takes c5. Sorry, bishop takes c3, though I feel like it's too early for such an idea, and I really feel this is the best move, actually. Especially after bishop f4, because after bishop f4, knight e5, now it's not that easy to kick my knight away. And there's also a tactic on c4 pawn, like if you go b3 now, yeah, I do believe I could take here, because after b takes c4, there is bishop takes c3, and I will win a free pawn, and in such a symmetrical position, like you have 4 against 4 on the king side, 3 against 3 on the queen side. I do believe you have no chance to create any sorts of counterplay, and you're completely losing. And to be honest, maybe the only move now for black is to push c5, or white is to push c5, which is not great, which is not a move that you like to play. Yeah. But maybe it solves the problem, and this is actually what matters. But again, that's going to be a weak pawn, and will be threatened easily later on. So let's go. Why don't you stream on Twitch or Kick? Yeah, I'm planning to do so, but I'm not sure if I'm going to stream that much actually here, but we'll see. But you can always check my videos, yeah. I do believe the quality of my videos here on this channel is something that you will benefit from a lot, So check that out. Okay, bishop e6. And Danath, candidate master, is thinking. Okay, bishop takes e5, giving me the bishop pair. Yeah, in this manner. I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm not sure about what my opponent has done. Yeah, though, I'll play that out. Normally, to have the best fighting chances, it's recommended not to exchange rooks, However, part of me wanted to play this endgame, so let's go g5. This is actually a very important move to gain space on the king side, and I'm kind of stabilizing my bishop, Okay, now probably he wanted to improve his knight, so let's go bishop d4. And now the knight cannot improve easily, unless you want to double your pawn structure, which is actually more than enough to win. Okay, I hope this game is going to be instructive, and you will learn an idea or two from that game. So yeah, let's get our king improved, centralized, as this is what we should usually do in the end game. Yeah, guys, first rule to play whenever you have the bishop pair is to kind of restricting the knight, yeah, kind of restricting the knight. So this is what I'm trying to do. Yeah, now e4 pawn is attacked, and you got to do something now. But f3, oh. Yeah, I'm not sure about this move, to be honest. How about f5 now? Yeah, this is actually a weakness that I won't let you get rid of easily, No. Yeah, but now knight e3 is coming, and I need to do something. I I got to do something. Something needed to be done. Something needed to be done. Something needed to be done. Yeah, what's good about my opponent's position is that he's not creating any weaknesses in his position, like any serious weaknesses that I can make use of. Yeah, what can I do? B5. Take. Yoke. G4, take. Yeah, I'm thinking of F5, but still it's not clear, to be honest. Yeah, I feel it should be B5 for whatever reason. And maybe, you know, maybe this is not the best, as I do have ideas like that, you know. Yeah. I should be fine, I should be fine, I should be. Yeah, at least I am the one who's searching for questions to ask, you know? Because normally, wait, now. Yeah, that's kind of inaccuracy, as when I take, if he takes back with the knight, then bishop takes c4, king c4, bishop f2, you lose a pawn. Which might be important, actually. Yeah, it might be important. And if king takes, I mean, you cannot take king takes. If b takes, then bishop takes c. Oh, he could take b takes, you know. But it's fine. B takes is fine. So the point is, after bishop takes, he will take this way, and things will be protected, right? Yeah, right. Okay. Now probably he's threatening this check, so I need to step away. I don't want to play c5, as this is actually a gate I might use. So let's keep it open, you know. Let's keep the gate open. For travelers. 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 Yeah, let's improve the king. Yeah, again, guys, I'm not afraid of this check. At least I will win a pawn. Yeah. And this is the pressure that's caused by the bishop pair. This is why the bishop pair is something in chess. And it is something in chess. And guys, after king e5, there's what's so called the triangle distance. And the knight needs too much time to kick my king away from c5. And after king c5, I'm threatening king b4, king a2. I win a pawn and win the game. And after king c5, if king c3, there's this check. And then either I'll use this or that. So yeah, I think my opponent needs to find serious defenses now. Yeah, but now maybe if I take, you will take back. If I go h5, you have to go back. Bishop takes, king takes. King c5. King d3. King b4. Yeah, that should be winning. Wait, what if bishop takes e3? Bishop takes e6? If bishop takes f2, bishop takes f7, right? Yeah. So bishop e3, bishop e6, king e6, king e3, king d6, king d4, e5 check, king c3, king c5. Yeah, and I'm sure my tempies are better. So let's go. And you know, maybe f takes c6 is sounder, you know, maybe. Wait, f takes e6, king e3, king c5, king c3, e5. Your king cannot move. f3, h6. Wow, is it f takes? Wow, guys, is it f takes? Wow, if that's true. Chess is a crazy game. Chess is a crazy game. F takes e6. What a move. I'm just collecting the rules of chess and threw them away. Ooh, maybe g4. Whoa, g4. Guys, king d3, g4. Whoa. Wait, also I do have king c3. What is this king e3? Should have taken with the pawn, probably. Yeah, g4, king c3, e5. And you will run out of moves very soon. Yeah, and even if you go e5, nothing, yeah? What an idea. What an idea. F takes e6. Like, this is why, guys, chess is not a game of rules. And it's a game of specifics, you know? You need to be specific. Like, I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm doing this because of that. I'm not doing this because of that as well, you know? Yeah, but one rule is good, and one rule is applied here is the fact that my double pawns here is a good, I mean, this is kind of a good double pawns because these 4 is stopped by these 4, you know. But if I do have this double pawn, this is a problem because that 4 cannot be stopped by the 3 or this one, for example. This is actually a bad double pawns. This is actually creative. This is super creative, guys. G4, this is a creative move. This is a move that I'm proud of. Like this pawn alone stop the 3 pawns, as you can see. Yeah, but wait a second. This is actually, I did not think about that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe I lost my chances here. Yeah, I should have played king b4 earlier. No? Yeah, I'm stuck now. Yeah, now I'm stuck. Whoa! I hope not to draw. Whoa! Guys, everything is calculated. I calculated everything. 20 moves ahead, something. That's interesting. That's interesting. That's something. That's something. But actually, I was disappointed with this a3. Missing a3 is is a shame. Missing a3 is a shame. Yeah, because I thought like I'm doing a great end game, but what a finish. Yeah, what a finish. That's a crazy one. That's a crazy one, guys. That's a crazy one. This is why we love chess. Okay, so his approach in the opening was not great, as knight g4 was the best move, and knight e5, yeah, that's a great move, and that's a good move, actually. It's not a great one. Yeah, I exchange everything, and then g5, but still I do have an advantage, but maybe it's a move that should be delayed. Bishop d4 is the best move, and then improving the king is the best, and this is again the best, and now I should have played f5, you know. But I thought after king d2, I do have nothing, but actually, no, this is your best approach, you know. What if knight e3? Then bishop b4 check, and if king here, yeah, bishop g6, and you keep waiting. Actually, why didn't I like that? Because I felt like my pawn structure is kind of stuck, and I have more pawn islands, so I refused that. But okay, I played b5, then take, bishop b6, and yeah, f6 was much better. However, yeah, bishop g4, yeah, bishop g4 was a great move. Actually, bishop g4 was a great move. I thought that's winning, but no. Yeah, this is not winning. Yeah, though g4 is the best move. King b4. Yeah, maybe king b4 was actually a serious try. So if f4 take. Yeah, this is actually a bad idea. So the drawing line is g4, which is not easy to be found. Yeah, which is not easy to be found. And then h4, and now king c5. You go g5, king d6, and you go h6, king e6, and like you cannot push the pawn. You know, it's just a draw. Wow, this is a draw, as you can see. Wow, that's a very nice draw. However, after king d3, he found this idea of a3, and was actually a great move, because now his king is just like good enough to protect the d4 pawn. Okay, check, backward, forward, forward, backward. Yeah, here actually I messed up, but here, like deep inside, I was really hoping that my opponent will like play such a move like f4 and going for crazy chess, because I'm not sure, but I felt like I have better chances in the time scramble. Though when you look about the time, he has 56 seconds, while I do have 9 seconds, which is crazy. But now I like just pre-moves everything, and then here I took that pawn, and luckily enough I found this check, and then queening, and the shortest way ever. Okay guys, I hope you found this useful. I'm not sure if you're a subscriber, or if I convince you to subscribe or not, but I'm sure you like my videos, and they worth giving it a try. If you're still not watching them, feel free to go there and watch the videos. Super instructive. I tried not to publish anything, actually, any chess content, but valuable chess content. So go there, check the videos, and have a nice time, have a great time. And wish you the best luck in life ever, and wish to see you again later. Thanks for watching.